What is up, everybody? It is Charles from Frightmare HQ, and today we're talking about the newly released Silent Madness in 3D from Vinegar Syndrome. Well, it's kind of a new release. This was dropped by Vinegar Syndrome on their Black Friday sale, and I just got it in. So a little bit of a delay thanks to all the mail shenanigans, but it's here. And I'm super excited because this movie has not been released on any format since it came out on VHS in 1985. 35 years ago, yes. So super excited. So I want to talk about this, but for those not familiar with Silent Madness, why don't we run a trailer for it and then we'll come back and talk a little bit about it.
These conditions are inhuman.
These patients are inhuman. We get all the weird ones, the real crazies.
Sam? How can you and Dr. Kruger keep releasing patients as disabled as Romano?
I believe I know more about these matters than you do, Dr. Gilmore.
Oh my God. They released the wrong man.
Silent Madness. A terrifying, suspense-filled voyage into the dark places of the mind. Inside your head, the screaming never stops. Silent Madness.
All right, well, that's Silent Madness. Was released in '84, directed by a guy named Simon Newton. It kind of came out towards the tail end of the 3D craze, to the point where it was released in Los Angeles on 3D, then kind of played like a roadshow across the US. By the time it hit New York, like a year later, it was being shown in 2D. It was, however, shot on the Aerovision 3D camera system, which is the same system used for like Amityville 3D, Jaws 3D, Friday the 13th Part 3. And the director of photography for this, Gerald Fell, was actually the DP for Friday the 13th Part 3. So he had a little bit of experience shooting on 3D. Aerovision is basically a camera system that takes the right part of like your image, like your right eye image, and puts it at the bottom, and the left eye image and puts it at the top. So it's like a double stacked. And then you wear these polarized glasses that kind of pull it together in theaters. Most theaters gave you cardboard glasses, but it's a little different than what's called Anaglyph 3D, which is those like red and blue glasses and a slightly distorted screen that makes you want to throw up. A little bit different than that. I will say the appeal of this movie has always been its obscurity. It doesn't really give you anything new to the slasher genre, but it has a fun story and the acting is pretty good. This is one of the Vinegar Syndrome copies with the limited edition slipcover. Normally Vinegar Syndrome does some sort of original artwork for these releases, but this is just the original poster art for Silent Madness. I don't really care because I love 80s posters and this is fun. So he's out now. The terror has just begun. These always look like something that could be like a children's book from the 80s, like The Bernstein Bears meet The Homicidal Maniac in 3D. All right, why don't we take a look at the case and the disc more in detail. Now this has the same cover art that we saw on the slipcover. The high point of this release is going to be the fact that they did do a scan and restoration of the original 35mm 3D negative. So when we talk about original negative, that's the actual film that was used when this was shot. You know, a film that was ran through the camera. That was taken and scanned on a 4K scanner, which is going to make this movie future-proof. The 4K scanner is going to preserve all that color and detail and make this look better than anybody has ever seen it at any point it was released. Now you do get 3 different viewing options with this on 2 discs, okay? The disc over here has digital 3D and flat 2D. Now, the big appeal of this is going to be the digital 3D, which does require you to have a 3D capable television and 3D capable Blu-ray player. We've seen a lot more horror movies kind of being dropped on 3D now, which is a little interesting because 3D is kind of past now. The trend of 3D home televisions is kind of gone. You can't really buy them anymore. You have to seek them out. And the 3D Blu-ray players as well, you know, they're not easy to find. I do know a lot of people who still love, you know, these 3D home players and systems and actually have them. It's just interesting to see that we're finally getting these now when it's getting harder to actually get the players. But that is going to be the appeal because digital 3D is going to be what you want to watch this in. It's going to give you an accurate, you know, as best as can be 3D portrayal of this film. But there is a flat 2D. I would love to see how they do a resto on a 2D from, I guess, a 3D negative. I guess you just kind of bring the two images together and just restore them. I don't know, but that's pretty cool. This also comes with Anaglyph 3D, which is not the correct way to watch this. It has its own disc here on Anaglyph, and Anaglyph is basically those red and blue glasses you put on with a slightly distorted screen that's going to make you throw up. It's got its own disc for that, so if you don't have a 3D capable Blu-ray player and TV, you can watch some sort of strange, not really 3D version. But I'm still glad they included that because it is a lot of fun. But you may be saying to yourself, I don't have 3D glasses. That's okay because Vinegar Syndrome includes 2 pairs of Silent Madness 3D Anaglyph glasses, which these are not going to allow you to watch the digital. You have to have a digital TV, you know, digital 3D TV, a digital 3D Blu-ray player, and your glasses at home. But this allows you to watch the Anaglyph version in 3D. Everything is third dimensional. Ooh. All right. Well, there is that. I'm already getting a headache, but I'm going to keep these on because I look like freaking cool as hell. I'm going to wear these outside. Like I mentioned, you do get reversible cover art. The reversible cover art is actually the VHS cover art. I recall this VHS cover art. So it's, I don't know, it's in 3D. I can't tell what it is. It's actually popping at me. Oh my God, I'm gonna be sick. Anyway, it's a very angry man who's looking at you going, are you ready for silent madness? I'm gonna keep him in there because he's scaring me. All right, so why don't we take a look at the special features that we've got here. Now, like I said, we do got the 3 viewing options that we went over. You do got a newly recorded commentary track with the director, which is really cool. A commentary track with Hysteria Continues. You got a 45-minute making of documentary featuring interviews with the cast and crew called Method to the Madness, as well as some deleted interviews that didn't make it on there. One thing I really like is Silent Stalking Grounds, a locations featurette. I'm a big fan of doing film locations and I love seeing film locations. And I think it would be cool if more releases in the future actually included something like this. You also got an introduction by the director. You got a 3D sizzle reel and promotional and behind the scenes still gallery, as well as multiple radio spots. The additional info we've kind of went over, but this is a region-free Blu-ray, which means you can watch it anywhere. So that is really freaking cool. Also, as well, is presented in its correct original aspect ratio of 2:35:1. All right, guys, well, that's Silent Madness, and I am ready to go watch this and get scared by the super realistic 3D adventure. But for right now, I want to thank everybody for watching. And you got to remember to like, comment, subscribe, share, or the boogans will get you.